Well, my next guest's brother-in-law is among the 20 hostages believed to still be alive in Gaza. Omri Miran was abducted from his home during the October 7th attack. You see him there. That's him with his little daughter. And he's now spent 720 days in captivity, away from his wife and two young daughters, ages 2 and 4. Joining me now, Omri's brother-in-law, Moshe Lavi, is with me. Moshe, you know, I look at what Hamas says, and they say the movement announces its approval of releasing all occupation prisoners. Israel replied overnight and said Israel's preparing for the immediate implementation of the release of those hostages. Are you hopeful that this is coming to fruition?
Thank you for having me this morning. We are always hopeful. We have to hold on to hope. Without hope, we will lose our track. We will not be able to advocate and speak up for Omri and all the remaining 48 hostages. We are their voice, so we always have hope. But we're also realistic, we're grounded, we've encountered so many disappointments in the past few years, and we want to ensure that this time it's going to happen. We believe President Trump can deliver it. He has done an incredible job. His administration has been so supportive of us, families of hostages, but we still need to pressure Hamas. They are the villain. The onus is on them to release the hostages. President Trump said 72 hours, and we expect Israel and the coalition President Trump built to pressure Hamas to execute that and bring home all the hostages.
Yeah, Moshe, you know, I'm looking at this, and Lashai is your sister. That's Omri's wife. She has 2 daughters. What is a moment like this like for her, to have hope but not certainty?
You know, Lashai speaks all the time about her 2 roles. On one hand, she's a mother to 2 daughters who survived October the 7th with her. They were held captive themselves in a house by Hamas terrorists, filmed in a live stream on Facebook by the terrorists throughout that day. And she has to stay strong for them. She has to perform the role of a mother for them. On the other hand, she's a wife of a hostage, so she advocates and rallies every day, everywhere she can. And for her, it's imperative to continue and provide the comfort to her daughters, Roni and Alma, and at the same time be grounded, as I said, in reality, that this is a complex issue, a complex geopolitical issue that needs to be resolved by those who were elected to resolve it. And yet she does what she can, and it is to speak up, to meet elected officials, and then as well to provide the shelter and safety to her daughters.
Yeah, I was watching a clip of Lashai, and you know, we're putting up these pictures on the screen, and I watched her, and she had such strength, and that had to have been hard to have such strength over these 2 years. And when I look, Elma's just 2 years old, so she was 6 months old when her father was taken.
Yes, she was 6 months old. Spent most of her life without her father. She doesn't know who her father is. So when we show her her father's photo, Omri's photo, that's her concept of a father. She, in the past few months, when she started regaining, gaining speaking abilities and saying complex sentences, she demands to see him. She wants she doesn't understand why he's not present, why other kids in the kindergarten have fathers, she doesn't. And we do everything we can to ensure Omri returns home. He's still alive. He's tortured. He's deprived of food, water, sanitation, and sunlight, but we know he's holding strong, and that we can bring him home to Alma, bring him home to Roni and Lashai. I can't wait to see that reunion. I think it will be the happiest day of my life. And we keep manifesting that moment, and we keep demanding the international community pressure Hamas to bring us that moment. That we don't want to only manifest, we want to see it in action.
Yeah, and Roni, you know, I have a 5-year-old, and Roni, seeing that she's 4 years old, it was really heartbreaking. I saw a picture of her, and we've all seen those kidnapped photos that are up in our towns, especially after October 7th. And I saw a picture of Roni, and she's kissing her father's picture, and it's on her birthday. And she's 4 years old now. You said that she asked for her father. She asked why he's not at kindergarten?
Yeah, she asked why he doesn't pick her up from kindergarten. She says goodnight to him every night. She knows what happened, Roni, because she was old enough to understand what has happened to her as well. Guns were pointed at her face that day. She was awakened by 5 terrorists surrounding her with guns, with an RPG. She knows bad people took him to Gaza, and she says it to her friends in kindergarten. She knows that she's displaced, not living in where she grew up as a toddler. and she keeps manifesting herself. Only today, my sister sent me a video of her putting her wish in a balloon for Sukkot, the holiday of Sukkot. And she said, I placed the wish in the balloon, and my wish is that Daddy Omri will return, that all the 48 hostages will return, and also that all the soldiers who are protecting us will return in peace from the war in Gaza. She's an incredible, smart girl, and her father will be so proud of her when he sees her, when he hugs her again.
Well, you know, my 5-year-old, I always say, who do you want to pray for at the end of our prayers? And we used to pray for Kafir and Ariel and the Bibas brothers, and she still brings them up by name, not knowing that they've passed. But our prayer list tonight, it's going to be for Omri, for Elma, for Roni, and for Lashai. Thank you so much for sharing their story.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.